Hi, my name is Davidson Young. I'm a former recruiter, leadership coach, and now lead UX designer. And I'm here to give out some career guidance. So I found this interesting post on Reddit, and it goes, "Give me the most brutal, honest advice for my first corporate role." So the poster says, I'm talking about real, brutally honest advice that people usually learn the hard way. Things you wish you had known before starting your career, mistakes you wish you did not make, or actions you believe helped you in your early career. So the poster shares that she's going to be joining in an administrative or office operations role in an engineering firm. And she's excited, but also nervous. So I have, I think, 3 points of guidance, advice, or insights, I guess, in terms of your first corporate role. So the first thing is that your work does not speak for itself. So I think I learned this way too late in my career. I always thought that do a good job and the work speaks for itself, and that's just not true. And it's actually um, kind of weird that I believe that, because one, not everyone sees your work, right? They're not hovering over you in every project and see how you're contributing, the impact that you're making, etc. Right? They're not going to be there all the time to observe how well you're performing. So you need to do some, self promotion, not necessarily in sort of a braggadocious way, but share what you've accomplished, what you've done well, what you're proud of, and do that in your own style. The second advice or insight that I would share is that your relationship really matter. And first of all, your relationship with your manager is the most important one. So, make sure you build rapport with your manager, meet with them on a weekly basis, be prepared for your meeting, right? Share any updates in terms of your project, get feedback, etc. And again, build rapport. That doesn't necessarily mean sharing everything in your life, but be friendly with them, get to know them a little bit, let them get to know you, etc. Right? And this goes on for your team members as well, because at the end of the day, I think they're going to be much more helpful with your projects and also your career if you do have that relationship with them, right? And I actually think that having relationships, or having good relationships with your team member also makes for a really great work environment with your company and your team. The third thing I would say, and this may be a bit more on the negative side, is that at the end of the day, it's a company and you're dispensable. Regardless of the relationships that you made, the performance that you've had, how you contribute, how long you've been at the company, you know, companies are really there in terms of the bottom line, right? And as long as you're performing, it's fine. As long as the company is doing well, it's fine. But as soon as both of those things go down, then they can get rid of you without much thought. If you found this advice helpful, give me a like. And if you're looking for advice yourself, feel free to comment down below. Thank you.